Helps if I turn the mic on. So after several hours, I finally found a place that looks somewhat familiar. This is just outside the meadow. As you can see, I already put a tent down. I dropped most of my stuff at the soulstone for the meadow. Did some foraging. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. Oh, I don't have that. Well, we're just going to go back real quick, but you can see it's right pretty close to water. It's an open area, it's not a lake. And then just on the other side of these trees is a nice little port area. If I can get over there. So it's got a nice shallow slope already. And later on when I start building boats, I can kind of dig that out a little bit, and that's a nice little port area right there if I decide to utilize it. If not, then I can always build a dock system right over here on the water. And I think that's what I did last time, but the tent just popped back in. You're not going to see certain things until you get close, but other things you will. See, this can easily be built out into a dock area, and it's got a fairly deep drop off there. So it'll work for quite a few different. See, it goes pretty deep pretty quick. So it'll be good for the larger ships. And boats will come quite a ways down the road. But it took me a while to find this place because honestly it doesn't look anything like I remember it. Mainly because I terraformed the tar out of it the last time I played. Well, not the last time I played, the last time I played on a private server. I had a dedicated server for quite a while, and that is where some friends of mine came and hung out for a bit, built their own stuff, and at least one or two of them were making their own videos. But okay, let me switch the screen here. There we go. All right, and we're gonna go back over to collect the rest of my stuff. Oh, so the meadow is down here. And basically, this is a kind of a hill area here. So if you come up, and you can go this way as well. If you come up and over the hill, you end up going around the crest here, and the tent area is right about here. So it's not too far away. Yeah, there's the little inlet right there. But it's a nice little spot. And there is mining close enough by. And remember, you can dig down if your strength is sufficient enough. You can dig down to rock on fairly steep slopes and get to that rock layer and build your own. We're going to go back over. Hi, Mr. Bull. Yeah, through this area I had made a whole road to lead back over because I was making it into essentially a starter village. And as you notice, my stamina is not really going down that fast, just because I'm not carrying all that weight. The more you carry, the more encumbered you are, the faster you drop in stamina. And I left this open. I was doing some foraging while I was running around, just to show you some of the stuff that you can get. Pumpkin actually needs to be down here. Oh, it's not gonna move it for me. There we go. So the seedling can go up there, and the cotton can go up there. And then we've got a few different foods here. I had to eat a couple of potatoes and a couple of pumpkins just to bring my health or my hunger bar back up. And raw food does not really do a whole lot for your nutrition. As you can see, 0 calories, carbs, fats, and proteins. You need cooked food for that. And you can do all kinds of different cooking, fishing. There's a lot that you can do in this game. So this little crest between the two mountains is a good spot to come up and over. And I put a tent over there as well since I had 2 of them. I stole the stuff from the first tune that I ended up ruining. Which is just kind of come up and over the crest through the 2 mountains. See, a nice little shallow valley. And that looked like the stone down there. Yep, that's the stone right there, which you can see in the distance. There's a tent right over there. It's too far away to see at the moment. Now we have the trees blocking, but lemon trees, cherry trees, tons of different types of stuff for you. Cherry tree is actually really good for if you want like your furniture and stuff to look more reddish. Okay, there's the stone. And there's a tar patch here. Help navigate you. And this one is clay. Little body of water. So you can get a drink. We'll do that real quick. And I'm going to select this one just to show you. As long as it's slightly in the water, you can drink from it. You can also be out in the middle and drink out there. So you don't have to necessarily be on land. You will eat and drink as you're running. So let's see, my food's down a little bit. So just to show you, I'm going to eat this cucumber. There's the tent, as you can see. See, it's eating while I'm running. Okay, so we don't need the tent here anymore, so we're going to take that. Oh, come on. We're going to open this guy up. I don't need the rock shards, the logs, the kindling. So I'm going to take seedlings, so they'll add to that. I need my tools. I need at least one of each. And I'm going to take the worst for wear of the hatchet. Now, the thing that we need to keep in mind is the weight. So I can carry 25. I'm at 17 right now. Take a shield, take a pottery bowl, take a saw. Oh, let's move this guy over just a little bit. We're at 21. We're going to take a rope, take a sword. Okay, we're just below. So the compass weighs 0.6. That's going to put us just over, but we want a deed stake at the very least. We're going to go ahead and take them both. And that's going to put us just under max. So the rest of this stuff can sit for just a minute. We'll come back and grab some more. But we want to leave that here for now. And there's that little body of water, the clay, the, is that tar or peat? I can't remember. Tar. We'll run back up this way. And then since we have a bunch of stuff, we can actually drop most of this. Probably be able to grab pretty much everything else. You do want to stay hydrated because the higher your water is and the higher your food is, the faster your stamina bar will come back. You're going to need to climb a little bit here and there, and that's actually going to help your strength. But if you can find an area like this that doesn't require climbing, just so you can get where you're going, then that's very helpful. Climbing slows you way down. We're probably going to end up over on that side, but we'll see if we can make it up this little ridge. Try to skirt around if we can. Oh, it's starting to be nighttime. I can hear the wolves. There we go. And I am not climbing right now, guys. The indicator is still silver, so it's not. When you're climbing, it turns to gold. Not climbing, it goes back to silver. So anyone can do that little trek without climbing. And I know I'm kind of giving away my secret locations. They're not so secret, believe me. I've tried other servers that are using this same map, and a lot of people use this spot. It's a nice little spot. Not too far from really anything. We'll get into the details of various different aspects as we go along. But see, I just went that entire trek and only stopped for a quick second, and I basically still have full stamina. I can still swim at full speed, or effectively full speed. And yes, there are sharks in this little body of water as well, but they tend to, depending on how your server's set up, they tend not to be as frequent over here, especially over by the land. You start swimming out towards deep ocean, they're going to be a lot more prominent. And just keep following the ridge line. We'll eat the raspberries. And then we're going to queue up the lingonberries as well. We're going to drink some water. See, and I'm doing that while I'm still running. I didn't stop to drink the water. I just clicked the tile and then clicked on drink, and that was it. We still have the mining to deal with, so I'm not going to deal with setting up deeds and all that stuff just yet. We just want to get back over to the tent. All right, and right here's a good spot. Drop that. Oh, there we go. Now we have a crate. We can open the crate and start moving stuff in. So the seedlings can go in there, the cotton can go in there. It's not going to let me put the other tent in. But we can dump all this stuff over. And stuff will decay. If you leave it too long, it'll decay. See, if I bring the tent over, you want to keep your tent easily retrievable. So it's not going to let me. We don't need the pumpkin right now, and that's got a lot of weight. And we'll just go ahead and eat. You can suck an egg. It's an option. You can suck an egg. So we'll just go ahead and eat that egg. We're done with that. Now the only thing we're holding is the tent. So we can close this. Just to show you, we've got a total weight of 6.7. That is because we have leather jacket on, we have leather sleeves on, leather gloves, no rings, no shields, no left shoulder, right shoulder, no cape. We have a leather backpack, we have a leather cap, no face and no neck. Oh, and boots. We have boots on, and a tool belt, and pants. So it's mostly just items that we're wearing. And just to show you, you can take this stuff off. No cape. Okay, so let's take the boots off. Take the tool belt off. Pants. That brings us down 2.4. Why do we have equipment at 2.4? Oh, because of the backpack, I think. Equipment 0.4. Ah, the other boot. Equipment weight is 0. So we can afford ourselves 6 more. And literally all I did was just click and shift click. So we'll open this guy back up. And now we can move all of this in there at once if we wanted to. So now we should be at 0. Total weight 0.5. Oh, because of the tent. So let's run back, grab all the rest of that stuff, and then we'll go up there to start the mine. So 2 more trips, or 1 round trip. 2 more one-way trips, 1 round trip. Just come up and over the rise. Say hi to our friend the bull. Bulls are non-aggressive unless you attack them. Same with sheep, same with chickens, horses, unicorns. There's a lot of creatures that will not attack. And then there are some that will. While I was exploring, I found a lava spider. I found a black wolf, I think last night. Both of those will attack. Scorpions will attack. And they're large creatures, so you'll see them. I haven't seen any yet, but crocodiles, sharks, both of those attack. Those are sheep. Can't tell what that is yet. That's probably another horse. But as you can see, I mean, you can see quite a ways in the distance. Yep, that's an old horse. There's another one on the ridge up there. and I've decided what I'm going to end up doing is posting the videos over on YouTube, and the live will be on Twitch. So if you want to watch it live, go to twitch.tv/original_switchboard. That's SW1TCHB0ARD. And you'll be able to watch the live. You'll find my channel, and it'll be over on YouTube as a recording for those that follow me on YouTube. I do not have a link to my YouTube channel over on Twitch yet, but I will, just to make it easier. And then I will also put a link to my Twitch channel over on YouTube for those that want to follow that way. Go back through the valley. And I don't know how much weight is left in this crate over here, but we're going to just go ahead and grab everything. Oh, found another egg. You are so full you can't possibly eat anything, so we're just going to take it. That's actually a good message. You want to be full. Okay, we're back in the meadow. We're going to take all of that and see where we are weight-wise. 415. Oh, because of the rock shards and the logs. Okay. You know what? Let's drop the rock shards, and we're going to drop the logs. And now we're at 27. So that's a lot better. We can actually drop the kindling too. 22. Good enough. Kindling's really easy to make, and I'm not worried about rock shards or logs. Trees are everywhere. At some point, they'll both be really useful when you're building stuff, but not right now. Oop. Let's go over this way a little bit. All right, back to our watery area. Oh, and as you can see, sometimes the graphics don't quite line up. There's no way that that rock should be sitting like that. Gravity would have pulled it down. But little hiccups, no big deal. And if you want, you can use climb and go across this way. Like I said, it takes a bit longer, but you do end up working your climbing skill. And then at some point, you can end up being able to climb even steeper angles, and it'll take less stamina. See right now, it's not really going down that fast because I'm under my max weight. But it's still going up slowly. But if you notice, you're also going really, really slow. So let's go ahead and kill that. We'll get back to normal speed here. Well, a little faster than normal speed, considering we're going downhill. It's going to throw me down into the water. That's fine. Take a quick drink. And we're back at the tent. So open that up. We can drop in pottery bowl. We're just going to drop all this in there. We'll finish eating that egg. Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to finish eating the egg. All right, so what we want the clothes. And then we need pickaxe. Which one? That one's got more damage, so we want to take that one. We don't really need anything else at the moment. Could take the shovel, but there's no real point because we're going to go up there and mine. I know it's a little hard to see because it's nighttime, but you can see the change in color. We're just going to go up as far as we can without climbing. This is not likely where my main mine is going to be, but this is just so that we can clear out this. We need iron ore. This is a nice little spot to start. Okay, so we're going to activate our pickaxe. We're going to go up to where we can't go any further. All right. Gain all of our stamina back. And we're going to climb. You want to be as empty as possible with your inventory. Especially for a location like this that you know you have to climb, because you're going to slide back down the mountain when you run out of stamina. And we just stop. We're probably only going to get 2 actions, which means roughly 25 to 30 trips up the mountainside. And yes, there is a way you could fix this. Oh. It's possible that I may have just glitched the climbing system. I don't know. Because I'm not moving. I'm still in climb mode. I have no stamina. And it's not sliding me back down the hill. So we may not need to go up and down the hill multiple times. But let's use this mine as this mine entrance as an example. If this was where you wanted your mine, you can always make a road. Obviously, it would be a fairly long road, but you can make it shallow angles so that you can bring a cart up, you can ride a horse up. You can have a nice, easy path to go. If you really wanted to do that. I plan on having my mine a lot closer to my area, but this will work for now. And there are different options here. You can mine it, which is surface mining, prospect, rummage. If you're doing Iron Man, which I've done in the past, you want to rummage on the rock, the surface rock, for rock shards and flint. Because then you can craft a flint and steel. Sorry, not rock shards, iron shards. Iron rock. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and prospect one time to see what might be close by, if anything. There's zinc and copper nearby. And usually if there's copper nearby, there's also iron nearby. Not always, but in my experiences with vanilla Wurm, there's typically fairly close. There's going to be some iron. And we just want to keep it queued up as best we can. And you can, over time, you can add to the queue. So right now I'm stuck at 3, but eventually I'll have, I believe, up to 9 queues. And I think that is based on mind logic. I could be wrong. It's been quite a while since I played this game, but this is one that I know pretty doggone well. I've enjoyed countless hours of playing this, and I've played both on the Wurm Unlimited side, which is private servers, and I've played by myself, and I've played on the official Wurm Online servers, where there are just masses of people. It is a rather old game. It's got old, outdated graphics, um, but there's still a decent community, surprisingly enough. What are we at? 5? We're going to queue up a few more. And just like last night when we were in the water, we have no stamina, so it's going to take longer. And I could always go down and get some dirt and put it down, and um, that actually isn't necessarily a bad idea if you plan on mining here in a location like this for quite a while. That's probably your best option, is to just, since you're killing time anyway, just go get some dirt, put it down, level the area out a little better so that you can um, mine this easier. And what you would want to do is right at this corner here. See, it says it's 50 slopes down, so you want 50 just to put down on this corner to bring this wall up. Or at the very least, you want, 25-ish. Well, then on this side, that's 51. But if you look here, that slope is 13, so that's not necessarily accurate. That's going on the surrounding terrain as well, okay? So this one's 13 taller. This does not have to be flat. What you're looking for is to make this flatter. And if you can make it flatter, you'll be able to stand here, gain stamina back. But that's a lot of dirt to carry up when you're climbing, especially. And you may not make it to where you're going. So you're going to have to do multiple trips, most likely, of there we go. You'll have to do multiple trips to a flatter area, wherever you've dug up some dirt, if you've already dug it up, or a flatter area that you're able to dig wherever your skill is at, and bring up, 20, 30 at a time, just to try to level this out a little more. And it may only take you 2 trips, it may take you 5, it may take you 15. Um, maybe you want to bring one pile of dirt at a time. That's your choice. Maybe you're stuck because of the server that you're on and the skills that they've set for starting stats, and you haven't really gained any skill yet. If you're lucky and you've managed to get on a server that that has already set up a quote-unquote newbie mine, then that'll be really beneficial, because most likely they've already set up the iron and all that stuff where it it's either being maintained and new iron gets added all the time, or um, they might have a mod that specifically has those tiles set to 1,000,000 mines per before they deplete, and all you need is one just to complete this tutorial. So this can be a very, very, very boring game. If you're looking for high adventure, high um, thrill rating, this is probably not the game for you. This is grind intensive. Where the payoffs come out is when you've completed something and you get that euphoria of, man, that took forever, but geez, now I'm done. Now it's starting to turn into a building. It's starting to turn into a cart. Hey, I just tamed my, 20th horse. It's milestones. It's not sprints. So like starting this mine is taking a while. We've already done it once, but now we've got to do it again. And you're going to do this each time you decide to start a mine, or each time you start a building, or each time you craft a cart. You got to go gather the materials. Um, you've got to put everything together, and it's multiple crafting setups for each specific thing. So for example, just for a simple shack, you need the wood. So you got to go chop down trees. Then you use the saw on the wood logs to create planks. You may need, I can't remember, it's been a while. We'll get there when we get to that point. But you may need wood beams. So you have to craft those. You need nails, large and small. You've got to make the doors, the windows, all that stuff. And then you got to put on the roof. So depending on the type of roof you want, each thing has multiple segments to build a simple cart. You need the wheels, you need the yoke. If you're going to have a so-called beast of burden towed around for you, if your um, taming skill isn't high enough, what's that called? Let me look here. Is it under nature? Yeah, animal taming and animal husbandry. So taming is to get the animal, and then the husbandry is you raising it. You basically need both of them trained up to a certain extent in order to even be able to use one to pull your cart. And as you can see, I mean, they're fishing, gardening, forestry, farming, milking, foraging, botanizing, meditating, papyrus making. That's just under the nature tab. Cooking, you've got dairy food making, hot food cooking, baking, butchering, beverages, and there's tons of different recipes. So there's a lot to do in this game. A lot. See if we've gotten our notice yet. Chip away at the rock. Mine some rock shards. Nothing yet. So we could easily grab these rock shards, but there's no real point. You can make bricks with them. And you can make, like, once you have the bricks, you can make stone walls. You can make fortification walls. Um, they can be used in construction to make buildings, all kinds of stuff. I think you need them to make your uh, forges and stoves and stuff. All of that'll be covered as we go further on. And if there's anything that you're curious about, I can help you find the information if I don't have it already. Maybe you're further than I am and you can't remember how to, you know, uh, how to build a forge. It's information that's pretty easy to figure out, but we can do it together. Or I can explain it in the video. I do still plan on, a long time ago, I mentioned that I wanted to remake certain videos that a video series that was put out uh, by a real valuable member of the Worm community who has since passed. And I am not trying to take away from his parade um, in any way. He did an amazing job at most of these videos. There were a couple that I was a little confused with, but not many. And I wanted to redo that series of videos. And I'll probably still do that. Like I said, it's taken me a while to get back into Worm. But it's a game that I really, really, really enjoy. There are no real quests per se, unless they're added in through mods. There's no NPCs per se, unless they're added in. It's basically just you and nature. And hours upon hours upon hours of grinding. There really is no end game to this. It's designed literally as a sandbox. You do what you want to do. I mean, within reason, of course. Still no message. So we're just going to keep going. Since it's allowing me to stand here. And you'll notice pickaxe damage keeps increasing the more we use it. And at some point, we'll have to switch to the other pickaxe or we'll have to make a new one because clearly I do not have the skills to repair it or the tools to repair it. But I believe down the road, if I remember right, that is an option as well. All right, so for the YouTube viewers, I'm going to end the video here and keep mining. And then we'll pick up again after the mine has been opened so that you guys can see the completion of the tutorial as well. I'm not going to omit that, but I want to try to pick up my, the camera's glitching out. I want to pick up the pace a little bit and get the stream going a little better. So Twitch, keep watching, and YouTube will be right back.